For some time back, I made a list of 10 technical units you can try to master. Today I bring you yet another 10, so if there is none to your liking from the first time, hopefully there will be some this time. Stick by to the end to see if there is one unit you're willing to put in time to master. These are not ranked from difficulty level orders, like usual. Reborn Gundam. Reborn Gundam definitely is one of the strongest units in the game, but don't mistake that as it is easy to pick up, with the ability to transform in and out of MS mode into MA smoothly, nearly making it like you are playing one unit at once, if you are able to master it. While transforming, Reborn can move as far or even longer than regular boost dash, allowing it to evade and get away from any threat. On top of that, it has an excellent cancel route connecting each move together, and of course, it does process many fast fall options as well. With so many too, Reborn is able to outmaneuver most enemies. Its weapon is also packed with hard to dodge options such as sub-weapon Gerobi and assist Gaga. Gaga again is one of the strongest self-defense too in the game. Rip Gaga in X-Boost though, you will be missed, but not by the non-Reborn player of course. Harut. Harut, while not as technical as Aerios, does have its own mechanic that player will have to master in order to play it effectively. While the green lock missile is extremely easy to use and is quite a threat, Harut would not be able to show its full potential without utilizing its MA main and Gerobi. While in MA form, Harut is quite vulnerable to being punished, only left with a dash command to escape an incoming threat. The overall mobility is also lower compared to other MA. The Gerobi from MA, while large, is not able to sway easily. Charge Shot B is useful to fill in space and does have decent performance, but is often overlooked by some Harut player who don't want to manage holding charge shot while multitasking other things at the same time. Outside of MA, Harut have a great tools for self-defense such as it assist. It also has a main Gerobi that does perform well, but the player will have to manage the usage since the ammunition is low. The mobility of the entire unit is not entirely great, but it's not too ugly outside the Marut mode. At the end of the day, despite being able to decently perform by just using MS mode, Harut will lose out a lot of potential if the player is not able to utilize the MA mode as well. Exia. Exia is pretty much a jack-up version of Exia, but not only that he gained a bulk to his shoulder, he also abandoned almost most of the range option and solely focuses on the offensive melee too. Being the unit that has one of the highest priorities in the games, that Exia dominates the 1v1 space extremely well. Exia shines the most in its melee priorities and its cancel route. However, most of its movement has extremely fast animation, which make it hard for the player to continue the cancel route string as soon as the move came up. Not to mention charge shot management also is involved regularly in this chain, adding an extra layer that the player will have to master. Not only that, Exia possesses a high priority melee, it also equipped with a decent Kyokaku or jump attack, allowing it to confuse the enemy and continuously move using the rainbow break technique. A very quick dash command is also part of the reason why Exia can move around and close the gap in a short amount of time. As mentioned before, if you are not able to chain and play in this fast environment, Exia won't be able to perform at its full potential. God Trelaton. God, as most people call it, rely mostly on Kyokaku or the jump attack for movement. With one of the best jump attack in the game and a great cancel route that chain into it, God is able to move around and dish out a lot of damage while doing so. Equipped with all sort of Gerobi, God is able to deal a high amount of damage in a short amount of time. The spread Gerobi is one of the more difficult attacks to avoid or predict its direction. Again, it is able to cancel into jump attack from some of these moves, allowing it to quickly reposition itself to safety. Despite not being a melee unit, God does possess some good melee. Of course, we already mentioned the jump attack. It also possesses a shield rush that will guard a projectile as it moves toward the target. It also has a decent side melee attack as well. With all that being said, the technical aspect of playing God comes from the constant use of the jump attack and rainbow break cancel, and chain all of her moves together all the time to be able to evade incoming attack. Impulse. Impulse Gundam can transform between three of its packs seamlessly, allowing it to quickly adapt and adjust to its current situation. Not only that, it can do that, it also has an excellent set of cancel route to connect these moves together, allowing it to continue to be a threat at all times. Similar to some of the units we brought up already, while managing the cancel route, player will also have to manage the charge shot, which can also be chained into many of the impulse moves. With a very fast Kyokaku or the jump attack, Impulse is also able to reposition itself extremely fast. Not to mention that, when the player is able to master the timing and the input of all these features, the Impulse will be able to move for a while without boost and can also perform powerful ON. With a short transform animation, Impulse is also able to transform into guard if needed. A lot of the strong melee option is located in the sword mode, allowing the Impulse to crash into most units with no problem. Again, the strongest point about all of this is that it's technically in every mode at the same time if the player is able to input transformation fast enough. Brave. Brave Commander's strength lies in the ability to reposition extremely fast. This makes it able to move from one target to another with ease. With its cancel route, it is possible to produce a juke or feint-like movement as you approach the target. It is also equipped with a Gerobi, an unaware target can suffer greatly if they were not to react in time. Brave sub-weapon missile also have excellent tracking and can be difficult for opponents to avoid. Brave is also known for its air stall. It can move around for quite a while even without boost, allowing it to survive the chase and even have the potential of dealing damage back if the chaser is not careful. Sometimes, if not pursued, it is possible for the Brave Commander to stay in the air for 25 seconds, reaching the overheat limit. Atlas. Atlas Gundam is an excellent utility unit, equipped with a larger than average main, making it easier to land this projectile on the target. However, despite being able to destroy machine gun ammo and bazooka, it won't win in a crash against the regular beams. The ammo is also quite low, so making sure to fill the space with CSA is a great idea. It also has a melee dash command that can help approach the target quickly and can do serious damage if the target is unaware. Atlas Sub is its main selling point. When using sub weapon, Atlas moves sideways and shoots 3 times. The speed and boost consumption is great, and you can even perform this in overheat state. Despite the correction is not the best, it has access to different cancel routes, such as the somersault flip, allowing the unit to keep moving while shooting for a while, even in an overheat state. This also has a cut tracking property, which will help a lot in helping Atlas evade. If you start firing your projectile at the target while in red lock, you will be able to use Atlas multiple chain to move into green lock, and the tracking still will be attached to what you fire after. To master this unit, one must get familiar with the cancel route and its movement option. Tallgeese III. Tallgeese III is a high mobility unit that has access to a unique movement called Super Vernier. This allows it to face opponent while dashing around, preventing it from performing a back turn shot or unwanted Vernier. To perform Super Vernier, player will have to input boost with a directional button at the same time. This movement does not cut tracking, however it is cheaper and faster than a regular boost dash. With its own move mechanic, player will have to get used to this unit from scratch since no other unit in the game currently possesses Super Vernier. But it is the only matter of time since we have Tallgeese I in X-Boost now. Not only that, you can dash sideways, you can also dive down as well, allowing Tallgeese III to regain boost faster. However, this is not a boost recovering technique, so it will go through the regular landing penalties if landed in low boost. But when the player gets used to the timing, it's still much beneficial to use this to quickly land during the fight. Tallgeese III armament is extremely versatile, equipping with a heat rod with a solid self-defense against incoming melee, thicker than average main that deal more damage than an average beam rifle, and the Gerobi to deal a ton of damage if the situation calls for. Farseer. Farseer, despite being equipped with tools that seem to do well in the range, such as a bit and a beam machine gun, is performed best in mid-range, where you will have to utilize its fast wall and rainbow break cancel to help it evade and stay alive. With its permanent assist staying on the field, it can catch enemy off guard from their blind spot. Farseer Pyokaku, or the jump attack, is a lot smaller than most jump attacks seen in other units. With that being said, it is not the best movement used to avoid attack. However, it is still possible to rainbow break cancel with it, allowing Farseer to continue moving throughout the match. The animation itself is extremely quick, making this movement possible to use during overheat to regain boost faster than just to suffer regular boost recovery penalties. Farseer, however, does not really have a good melee option though, so it is rely heavily on positioning, and the player will have to master its rainbow break cancel and fast wall to stay afloat. It is also important to face the opponent while evading, so you would be able to shoot out its machine gun while retreating at the same time. EZ8. EZ8 is a transformable running unit. Being a running unit, of course, already comes with its own set of challenge and mechanic for the player to overcome. EZ8 can transform into 2 modes, and that is the beam rifle mode and the cannon mode. Beam rifle mode functions better at close range, as it also has a better melee set compared to the cannon mode. Melee counter is also available in both modes just in case EZ8 is running into a close range fight. While in beam rifle mode, you also have access to a sub-weapon, which is the rapid fire machine gun. During cannon mode, EZ8 will have a longer range lock and is equipped with a 180mm cannons. During this mode, you will also be able to enter into a bombardment mode by inputting sub-weapon. There, you can continue to shoot out one cannon after another. The property, while similar to the cannon from the main, it does more damage and the angle is dropped from the sky, allowing it to pass obstacles such as building. The technical aspect of this unit come in form of brake cancel while switching mode, allowing it to run forever if the player get the timing right. If you are looking for more lists of units to play or looking for advice on technique or tips and tricks to improve your gameplay, please feel free to visit our channel. We also cover updates and news as well, so check them out. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you'd like to support me, feel free to subscribe for more video. And I also stream on Twitch every day 9 AM PST time. If you have time or have any question, don't hesitate to stop by so we can have a chat.